Thanks again, Simon. Thanks to everybody. There's some seats in here. Fill it out here. There's a few seats in the middle here. And thanks. We got a live, it's going live webcasting here, live streaming. It's actually going out exactly right now. And we've also got Politics TV here, who always films all this and will archive it and get it out there on their site, our site as well. So we've got, you're in some ways a studio audience. Thanks for being here. Simon had a nice frame about what we're doing with the New Politics Institute, but I wanted to just kind of give you a little bit more on what we've been doing recently here. Is we essentially are basically helping progressives, broadly speaking, understand the changes in technology, new media, and demographics that are really transforming our politics, as Simon mentioned there. And one of the ways we do that is we connect up basically people who really get this tech, really get this media, really get these kind of different constituencies, and really also have a real passion of how to move that into politics, or either know politics really well and actually really get these technologies, new media, or demographics. We're fusing the links between the people who get tech, the people that get politics, and we're trying to really accelerate these changes as fast as we can. Now, one of the things we did is, we've been around for 2.5 years. In 2006, we said, hey, we're going to do a kind of a new tools campaign for the 2006 election. We just said, let's just cut through the crap. There's so much confusion out there what to do. We're going to basically boil down like 4 no-brainer things, but everybody could just do that cycle and really run with the ball. One was just use cable, like shift your ad buys from broadcast to cable. Another was basically engage the blogs as assets, not as something to fear. Another one was speak in Spanish, which was just obvious with this growingly powerful and important constituency. And the final one was use search, basically buy search ads, which is just, again, a no-brainer. Just buy, search ads. This year, though, in 2007, in the summer, we launched the second phase, which is the 2007 New Tools Search, or the New Tools campaign, and we did 4 new ones, of which this is the last session here. We launched this in the summer, and one of the things we said is we have to reimagine video, so it's all about web video, and we had a great kind of sessions on that. We said you've got to also go mobile. Text, we're now getting into the texting is really becoming very commonplace, but also there's kind of more advanced uses of mobile. It's really coming down the pike. Go mobile. The third one was target your marketing, really how to use databases better, which really informs all these tools. And the fourth one, which is the one we're doing here, which we're winding up the kind of fall rollout of the tools campaign, is leverage social networks. And one of the reasons that this is the last one, there's two reasons for this. One is at some fundamental level, politics has always been about social networking. I mean, really, if you go back to the early 20th century, it was the ward boss getting all the immigrant groups together and everybody on the block, to the polls and getting them organized. If it was in the middle of the century with the kind of union guys, it was, getting your friends, family, mother, father, everybody in the clan to the polls, which at that time, in the middle of the century, 1950s, almost 50% of the electorate was somehow tied into the social network of unions. But here we are, we're at a phase now where we are now taking a tool, social networking tools, which are ramping up the ability to do this politicking, do this social networking, getting friends, family, people into politics at just an order of magnitude difference. And it's that kind of capability which is really, really so exciting for so many people in politics. That's one reason we think it's really a great way to tap this tools thing. The second reason, which I think is really important, is it is the most undeveloped place right now of these tools we've already been speaking about. Like we said, there were the no-brainers of last season. These ones that are emerging here, web video and others, I think there's a little more to bite on what to do. It's really not clear how do you use these tools in politics, in any kind of like absolutely no-brainer. Here's what you do, doom, 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 doom. And so what we do, this is kind of what NPI does best, is what we do is we don't take something that's totally obvious and just drill it down through the system. We take problems that are harder, we take things that are emerging, we try to figure it out on the fly. And what we do is pull together some of the top people that can really help us do that. And that's exactly what we've done for this event today. We have pulled together basically a terrific crew of folks here, and I'm going to introduce them briefly here, and then we're going to basically introduce them one by one. But we've put together a kind of group that we think can really bring to the table really insights into this emerging new space. And also we're going to have a lot of time at the end, hopefully, to talk and engage, because I know there's a lot of folks here that could easily be on this lectern, because I'm seeing quite a few that we could have easily had up here. So we really want to draw your expertise. The first one is Chris Kelly here, is right here on the far end here. Chris, for those of you who don't know him, is the Chief Privacy Officer of Facebook, and he has had his hands full recently here. With big initiatives now, and advertising they're rolling out here. Also, good old Cuomo up in New York has been kind of giving you a little hassle once in a while. But it's basically, Chris is really at the absolute ground zero hot seat of what's going on here. And he's also the basically the head of global public policy for Facebook as well. He's been great to actually come here and lay out 5 big ways that, in fact, social networking is really affecting politics. On top of that, despite this incredibly busy schedule, he has written a memo, the final memo of, again, this new tools series on what to do here in social networking and politics. That's going to be available after this in hard copy here. It's also now live on our site. Anyone can get it. You can download it, send it around. He'll be talking in a minute here. The second person we've got is Cheryl Conti, who is from Fleischmann-Hillard, now in the Bay Area, although she's been a long time here in the Bay Area here, or not Bay Area, here in the D.C. area. I'm from the Bay Area. I've actually come in from San Francisco for this. But she's now moved out our way, my way, and she's helping Fleischmann-Hillard really think through this exploding world here. They're trying to kind of consolidate their sources there and really make that a world center for what you're doing around the world on that. But even so, she's also had a lot of expertise in using these tools of social networking and blogs and the social technologies with clients like Witness, the ACLU, and others that I think she can really talk to a broader progressive crew about how that would work. The third person here is Ben Rattray. Ben is the founder and CEO of a really interesting site called Change.org. Change.org kind of also represents, instead of you get beyond the kind of Facebook, MySpace space, there's all these other smaller and very, very interesting, more focused social networking sites. His is among the most interesting ones there. There are ways to raise money. They're showing how, in fact, this is a very good way to raise money, these social networking kind of vehicles. He's going to talk about that, as well as the way that they are essentially coalescing people around how to change social issues and increasingly political involvement, too, and how you can actually move that into your own websites. And he'll be talking about that. He's also from the Bay Area. And ultimately, we've got John Hlinko here. John has, as you say, been following the ball of this story for a long time here, and we're really, really happy to have him here. John was with the original Move On when Move On was just literally trying to be a petition to stop the impeachment of Clinton. He was involved at that level. He was also the founder of the Draft Wesley Clark movement in the cycle before this. He is now basically the CEO and president and CEO of Grassroots Enterprises, which is, again, a media communications firm here in D.C., has a lot of kind of clients and people that they're advising on this same space. So we have got a terrific group here, great group. Love to have them laid out. They'll each lay out for a few minutes their own kind of thoughts on this space. Some of them will have PowerPoints, and then we will open it up to all you. So first will be Chris.